Wait, you changed your name to McLovin? McLovin?
Yeah.
What kind of a stupid name is that, Fogel? What, are you trying to be an Irish R&B singer?
Oh, they let you pick any name you want when you get down there.
And you landed on McLovin?
Yeah, it was between that and Muhammad.
It's a good question.
Why the fuck would it be between that or Muhammad? Why don't you just pick a common name like a normal person?
Muhammad is the most commonly used name on earth. Read a fucking book for once.
Fogel, have you ever actually met anyone named Muhammad?
Have you actually ever met anyone named McLovin?
No, that's why you picked a dumb fucking name. You look like a future pedophile in this picture, number one. Number two, doesn't even have a first name. It just says McLovin.
One name? One name? Who are you, Seal? I mean, it's up to you, Fogel. This guy's either going to think, here's another kid with a fake ID, or here's McLovin, 25-year-old Hawaiian organ donor. Okay, so what's it going to be?
I am McLovin.
Only choice.
Welcome to the Chasing Domenico podcast.
I'm McLovin. I am McLovin.
Enjoying that.
She wants to fuck me. She wants my dick in and around her mouth. You know what I hear girls saying? Like, oh, I was so shit-faced last night. I shouldn't have fucked that guy. We could be devastated.
That's 13 beers to win.
Spread your shit! Get on the ground! Spread your shit! Pussy's on the pavement, fellas! Come on!
Please don't shoot, sir.
Please don't shoot! Shut up! Spread your shit!
We arrested a man lady who's legally named Fuck. I think he was Vietnamese, was with the PA. Super shocking to see him on this hat. McLovin! Nice! That's how you take down a motherfucker.
That's right! McLovin in the fucking house!
That's joy,
McLovin in the
man.
fucking house!
Inside!
McLovin in the fucking house!
Welcome everybody to the Chasing Domenico podcast. He's breakdance fighting with me.
And today we're honoring
Superbad.
You guys know a guy named Jimmy? He totally looks like his brother.
Totally like his brother.
No, I know you. He's Jimmy's brother, the guy, the singer.
Jimmy's brother.
Hold him, Jimmy's brother. Hold him.
I'm saying it. It's like so.
Hold him, Jimmy's brother. Hold him.
He's already out of control.
It's gonna be a fun fucking podcast.
We're not even on Tolemac yet, man. We honor Will Ferrell in every podcast because he's the king.
I gotta have more Calvin.
Will Ferrell news.
Will Ferrell news is Kristen Wiig and Will Ferrell have done a Lifetime movie together to commemorate the 25th anniversary of that movie franchise. Everybody loves Lifetime movies.
Yeah.
It's like men behaving badly.
What?
So the movie's called A Deadly Adoption.
Okay.
Kristen and Will are married, and they're bringing in a surrogate to live with them while they have the baby, and then obviously it turns bad.
What? I'm in.
I mean,
I'm
that's
in.
gonna be fucking
I'm
awesome.
In.
Awesome.
Spoils of Babylon. Winston! This is chapter 4. Here's some more. And any Will Ferrell character can stop by anytime.
Who's stopping by today, D?
Dragon foot, bamboo pole, little mouse, tiny boy, fruit candy. I'm Ricky Bobby. You don't chew big red.
Then fuck you, Will Ferrell for president. I guess I always feel the same. Love is strange. Oh, baby, I love you, baby. I got my glitter wand out.
Silver glitter star magic
Let's
wand.
explain to the listeners what they're reacting to. The atmosphere just changed in here drastically.
You got some pink lighting.
You see Cupid flying by. There's bubbles. There's fog.
And I think that's frankincense.
Yes, it is.
Got incense in there. There's just love all around the room, man.
This podcast is rated PG-13 for fun and extra fabulous fun. You must listen to it at maximum volume because it's a rock and roll podcast.
Chasing Domenico is the Rocky Horror of podcast
With group participation.
You're crazy.
Yes, I am.
I like you.
I like you.
Domenico is a New York City-based recording artist who I talked into doing this podcast to share who she was.
Yes,
and
you
can
did.
download her music at any time on the website DominicoArtist.com and also on iTunes.
Toot, toot.
There's the Inception train.
Can't
Get
wait, I
ready,
can't wait.
blast off planet Tolemac transport.
We made it.
Start playing the drinking game now.
Let
Get the
you
podcast
win.
drinking rules at DominicoArtist.com.
Pound the beers
Welcome
right
to
now.
the after party,
It's
Planet Tolemac.
glorious.
It's glorious. Let's break dance fire.
Your silver magic glitter one.
Welcome to Planet Tolemac, the mythological,
Crazy.
magical planet where you can be your alter ego like Dungeons and Dragons.
And you can have magical powers like Harry Potter and Twilight.
I am Queen D. Morpheus the Siren.
Welcome, D, and I'm WT Wizard, the shapeshifter. That's my hoverboard.
There are mythological creatures here. That's a harpy, guys.
Scary.
No, it's supposed to be. It keeps the haters and the bullies off Planet Tolemac.
bad
They're
people.
not invited to this party.
Bad people.
That's Jack Ferry, our tour guide here on Planet Tolemac.
good guy.
He is, and he takes us from one topic to the next. And he's got a new sidekick who likes to greet us once we get here.
Beautiful Lola.
The zombie pug fairy, forever immortalized here on Planet Tolemac. And if you want to see what Lola the zombie pug fairy, I can't even say zombie pug fairy looks like, go to my Dominico Artist Facebook page and you'll see it up on top on the header there.
Gorgeous. It's glorious.
Now you might be asking yourself, why? Why do we need to
Why?
blast off to Planet
Okay.
Tolemac? Okay, WT Wizard, what is
Yes.
the motto of this podcast?
Laughter is medicine.
That's right. I'm getting you out of your heads and into your hearts so we can play. Keep your inner child alive, okay? So when you blast off to Planet Tolemac, it is mandatory for you to leave your problems behind for the
Okay.
duration of this podcast.
Sounds
and
great.
get yourself an alter ego and get back in the sandbox with me.
I'm
Is that a
in.
good enough reason?
I'm in.
I'm in too.
Bronies and Trekkers, Burning Nights, Legend
Bonies.
Shippers, Bonies,
Bony. Bony.
What?
Bronies.
and GAC family.
Sorry, man. You're all welcome here.
They're
Basically,
all
that's what we're
welcome
trying
to
to say.
Tolemac.
It's a big party.
Everybody's
We're
here.
gonna party and get crunk and rock out.
That's Jack Ferry, our tour guide, ready to get crunk and move on to the first topic.
Magic wand.
A friend has just been killed in a fatal sunlight accident. A friend has just been killed in a fatal sunlight accident.
Plot.
That was going to be a
Shit, man.
mockumentary mystery clip, but instead it's new. You must see it. It's a horror comedy mockumentary called What We Do in the Shadows. It's fucking brilliant, and they're about vampires getting crunk in a flat situation. One more
They're all
time.
roommates.
A friend has just been killed in a fatal sunlight accident.
What?
It's been a while since we talked about Dee's coffee table quote book. Or I've talked about it. It's been a while since we've done a segment of that.
Yeah, all right.
That's something that I really want to develop. I don't know, it could be a comic book, could just be a coffee book with little illustrations.
Really
But-
crazy illustrations. Yeah.
But they're things that you say just out and about around the office, around things like that, that are funny as shit.
Yeah.
And they're even funnier when they're taken out of context. But
Right.
we'll put them in context so you know what it's about.
Oh, well,
so it's not.
all right. Let's say the ones that we said a long time ago.
Okay.
And guys, he writes these things down. I don't even know that he's
Right.
right. Or once in a while, I hear, I got to write that one down. I'm like, what I say is like, you'll find out. But these
But
are the
then time
ones.
goes by and you forget about it.
and you're writing shit
And then I
down.
bring them back up, and
All right.
I read them like every once in a while. I have them, have my phone. I pull them up, and I read them and kind of chuckle. It's like funny shit.
I'm a funny chick, yo.
One of the old classic ones was "Single Finger Mommy Love."
What?
So bad.
Lola was not feeling so great.
The zombie
today.
pug fairy.
Right. You're reaching down and just stroking her head, just one finger, and you could see her light and her aura and her spirit just relax and lay down. And you could see she felt a lot better. And you
I
turned
soothed
around.
her.
You soothed her, and you turned around and said, "That's the effects of single finger mommy love." I was like, I gotta write that shit down.
All
Man.
right.
That was great. Another one was, there's worse things in life than having too much pancake in your mouth.
I got a picture of that, even though it's out of focus.
Shakespeare, back when he could eat the crazy foods, back when his diet wasn't managed, he would eat pancakes from
Yeah.
IHOP. You had a whole pancake, you're like, fuck it, man, this is gonna make him happy as shit today. You put it in his mouth, and he took the whole thing,
Yeah.
and it flew back, and it fell back over his head.
And you're like, he can't see. And
Can't
I
see.
said,
there's worse things in life than having too much pancake in your mouth. And I was like, yeah, you're
It's
right.
true.
You're right, but Shaky was happy as fuck, man. I don't remember the context of it. You just turned to me and said, mothers never get a break. That's why they're drinking box of wine in the garage at 10 a.m. I was like, you're right,
And
man.
I said, that would make an awesome Mother's Day card.
That's right, man.
They never get a break.
We were watching Talladega Nights. In the middle of the movie, you just stood up and you're like, you know what? I could stand on the track and wave a flag too, but that just wouldn't be me, man.
What?
I think I was talking about dignity or something. I don't know what we were talking about.
You were talking about just staying true to yourself and who you really felt you were.
It just doesn't matter, man. It's just crazy shit.
I'm looking at my list. There's 4 new ones and then
Okay.
one from today, just today, fresh before we record the podcast.
The one from today was directed right at you, and you're like, that's going in. So this one I know. Hit it.
You turn to me as a WT. You're bringing everyone down, but you don't pray and give thanks. Praise him, you asshole.
Boom!
Yes.
Just, like
understood
giving
that.
thanks and praising God when
Be
things come
grateful.
in that are be grateful, man,
Right.
and you're not grateful.
Praise him, you
Praise
ass.
him, you asshole.
What?
All right, so give me the new ones that
All right.
I don't know.
First one is life is like a box of crayons and every color is necessary.
Oh, I like that.
That's more of an inspirational one.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there's another
nice.
it's another inspirational one
All
too.
right, all right.
I always feel sad for balloons as they die off. Energy goes into balloons because they are a very emotional gift.
So it's not like finger-fingered mommy love.
Those are coming up.
Yeah, oh, shit. All right. Yeah, but it's true. I do feel emotion. Like the balloon is like you loved me once.
You rarely see cock and balls in a period piece.
Dang it.
That was so good, man. That was good.
Oh, my God. I don't even remember when I said that.
Yeah, that was. You were watching. You were at the office and you had on a past episode of Camelot, and you were watching it through, and you're like, you really never see cock and balls in a period piece, do you?
That's so stupid.
I know you don't remember it. You said, for being a siren, I sure choke a lot.
You're crazy.
So that wraps up the new added pages in the D quote things that D say coffee table book.
with some crazy ass illustrations. So now we need to find a good illustrator.
Hey, so did you bring a condom for tonight?
You brought a condom with you?
I brought a little bottle of spermicidal lube, too.
Yeah.
Plus, you scratch our backs, we'll scratch yours.
Yeah,
Well, Jules, the funny thing about my back is that it's located on my cock.
Cock. You don't hear that every day.
That's from our theme today, Superbad.
Hey. There's Jack Ferry, our tour guide here on Planet Tolemac, and he says it's time to get to the next destination. Where we
Okay.
going, Jack Ferry?
These are our ghost adventures.
Yeah,
There are things in this world that we'll never fully understand.
Understand.
This is Ghost Adventures.
Aftershocks. That's right, guys. We got to keep you fresh to
All right,
that.
where are we going today, D?
We are discussing the Exorcist house.
2013, we investigated the infamous Exorcist house,
You
which
sure
is known
did.
for its demonic nature. But perhaps this negative influence has moved beyond the walls of the house and into the lives of the people who investigate there. People like Greg Myers. Like DJ Fly, Greg is experiencing troubling physical abnormalities
That's
after
sad.
spending time in a location
liked
known to be
Greg.
haunted
Yeah.
by aggressive forces.
I feel bad for him. He is a really likable person. Like, I was on his team from the lockdown. I was Team Greg.
Team Myers, man.
Team Greg
Yeah.
with his plastic storage bin under his bed where he kept Ouija boards
From
and the Ouija
everywhere.
board that they used that night.
The actual one.
Yeah, all right. Let me just calm down because it's
Okay.
actually very serious. He got
Yeah.
ill, and it's some scary shit. I found it interesting that when Greg did his investigation at the Exorcist house, he felt, hey, this is like the most blessed house ever, and I think I agree with him. And so he didn't think that anything would happen.
Right.
But I disagree on that. I mean, not for a second. I knew shit was going to go down.
Just like the priest at Lorraine Warren's were like, can you contain the evil?
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
not
Let's
really.
just remind everybody really quick.
Not really.
WT Wizard and I went to Lorraine Warren's Occult Museum, and later we all went and had pasta. But actually, first we went to the graveyard.
In the pitch black, we went to see Ed Warren's grave.
So we grabbed the priest, before we left. I was like, hey, man, can we have a blessing for the road? We're just being safe. We just big stepped in front of Annabelle.
Gotta be really safe with
GAC
that.
family, you want to see that picture? I big stepped in front of Annabelle and a big step in front of the real Amityville horror house. So go to my Instagram, you can see it.
Like, hey,
And-
why not? Why
yeah,
not?
and then you look at him and you're like, hey, man, how often do you have to bless there?
Oh, right. He's like,
Every day.
very
and then
casually, he said, every day.
every day. And
And
he
we're,
also
like,
said
shocked.
casually when you said, can you contain all of that evil. And he's like, no, not really.
Not really.
I was like, oh, shit.
It was like, pass the bread, not really.
It was like a scene out of a movie. All right, let's get back, because this is very, very serious. We just get really jacked up with Ghost Adventure. Hey, we're GC family. We're huge fans.
We're just fans.
Let's get back to Aftershocks. Greg starts to talk about his investigation at Exorcist house and what happened to him. The left side of his face and neck was hot.
Blistered up, and then a cross showed through that nasty blistering.
Then in the shower one day, this is horrible, he has a stroke. And he said that he felt this like intense pain pressure on the left side of his head, his
Same
brain.
side,
it was a
same
bad
side.
headache, and he said it was called a thunder headache.
Woke up the next morning and then realized I couldn't log into my computer, couldn't do things on the cell phone. I couldn't recognize letters or numbers or anything. It gave me instant dyslexia. And now I'm starting to put together words and that slowly, and they say I'll improve up to a year's time.
Oh my God, that's so horrible.
That is.
He said he heard demons have an inability to read and write at times, and he feels his stroke was linked to the Exorcist house.
Zach was saying that the spirit box in the room at the Exorcist house didn't start speaking until they asked about the person who had been harmed in that room, which was Greg. And then it started to speak like crazy.
Right.
Another EVP came through that says he needs help, which they feel was directly referencing Greg.
Right.
And then Ouija board trouble in 2 different voices, and here it is.
One more time. Ouija board. Trouble. That is a Class A EVP.
Sandy Oates is another investigator who has witnessed firsthand the dark influences at the Exorcist house and their violent assault on the physical well-being of the living who attempt to make contact.
So, were you part of the very first investigation of the Exorcist house with Greg?
Yes, I was.
You were?
Was actually in the room when he had the burn on his neck.
90% of Greg's team had some bad luck.
A year ago, this past February, we lost one of our long-term team members. He was a photographer with our group for quite a few years. He had a massive stroke and passed away. Like one of the producers of the documentary that was being filmed there, a few months after filming there, he experienced pretty serious like gastric intestinal issues. One of the other producers, again, had a massive stroke and was hospitalized.
Zach makes it very clear that he's not saying that paranormal demons cause these medical issues. Sandy was using Bill Chappell's paranormal puck at the investigation, and it said some crazy shit.
The puck was saying things in sentence form as far as paranormal investigator die.
That was the first time Zach heard that, and us too.
Yeah.
This was happening while Greg was talking to the spirits, and earlier that day it said burn before he got burned. I wonder if he had a cleansing.
Zach starts talking about Bill Chappell and his role at the Exorcist house, and he said that they brought him in as a skeptic, just to measure scientific data.
He was a science guy going in. He was just going to get science, and got it.
He was there to measure the environmental data, the barometric pressure, the humidity, the dew point, all the things that Zach says change and alter as spirit energy comes and manifests
Which makes
in an area.
sense.
Right.
I love nerdy guys. Smart, nerdy guys.
I know you do.
Then Aaron starts provoking.
We need to quit hiding and quit being scared of us. You need to come out and show yourself, all right? Quit being a pansy. Quit being...
Keep going.
I think you're a joke.
It is at this time Bill begins to receive some abnormal readings in the environment.
The demons were gearing up.
Aaron, did you ever have any issues after that, after you started provoking?
Oh, big time. That was like one of my biggest regrets, was taunting that Ouija board. It was probably a bad like 2 months. Just
really?
Depression.
Afterward?
Oh yeah, dark depression, and the house went crazy.
Your house?
Yeah, but you could just...
But after that moment,
After that moment, I just sensed when I went home that I shouldn't have done that. That was the wrong thing to do, because you know me with Ouija boards, bro. I don't touch them.
Aaron will do anything. Aaron will
I'll do
go
anything.
anywhere, face any demon, but the one thing that he does not mess with, I know, ever since I met him, ever since filming in 2004.
Smart.
And the problem is if you taunt it long enough, that Ouija board, whatever's attached to it, is going to get mad and come out at you.
And that was Greg's Ouija board, and he keeps it in a plastic storage bin under his bed.
Zach expanded on how he felt after the spirit box said Ouija board trouble in the 2 demonic voices. He
and
said
then
that,
gearing up to Total Diablo.
He said he felt pure evil come into him for a brief time.
and grinned at Nick.
And you could see Nick
knew.
Instantly looked at him like,
That's
dude,
what he
you
said.
look-
He's like,
you
Nick
look- you
knew.
look weird. What's going on with you?
This EVP is one of my all-time favorites. Class A EVP. Come on. One more time. I would be out.
Me too.
I really admire how open and honest Zach was being, saying like, hey man, I've changed a lot over the years. This has changed me. For an entire season, he stopped provoking. But eventually, the need to provoke then came back tenfold.
You got the itch.
And we see it here at the Exorcist house.
There's only one way we know how to investigate, and that's to call whatever they think is here face to face.
That's why they're the best. They're the best. That's why they're the best. What a fantastic GA Aftershocks,
Yes,
guys.
yes.
Zach, please take us out.
As investigators, we have responsibility to search for answers and shocking evidence. But sometimes we come so close to making those connections that we might come away changed. And the consequences can be shocking. But we are on a quest of spiritual significance.
That's right, they are, man.
And we can't let our fears and doubts in the physical world stand in the way
God bless you.
of finding the ultimate answers.
Zach faces fears, and we appreciate it because I couldn't do what you guys do, man.
No. Ghost Adventures new season starts when, D?
August, and we're all patiently awaiting Zach's Demon House documentary.
She told you that she thinks I'm a good guy?
No. She said something more like, I will fully blow him tonight.
What? Piece of shit fucking phone. Nice. Becca.
It's Becca.
I got one bar everywhere I fucking go. Son of a fucking bitch. Phone company.
That's rude. Hello?
Well, bitch slapped me so fucking hard.
Hey. Who's that guy? We all know home ec is a joke. No offense. It's just the way I feel. I don't want to sit here all by myself cooking this shitty food. When am I gonna need to cook tiramisu? Am I gonna be a chef?
No.
No. There's 3 weeks left in school. Give me fucking break.
Yeah.
That's from our theme today, Superbad.
Evolution, revolution, free your mind.
The new one is free when they come in. Come on, it's Earth.
And I will stop it. Only when you tell me to.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
It has to be that powerful to come in for the new intro, the Evolution
Gotta
Revolution.
keep it fresh. You like the update, guys?
Let's bring us around to King Arthur's Roundtable here. at
Welcome to
Evolution.
Evolution Revolution Free Your Mind, where we sit down as equals at King Arthur's Camelot's Round Table and
Right
we
on.
talk some shit. We empower and we lighten and we speak our truth.
Fucking great.
Speak our truth, baby.
Trying to free your mind, Neo.
All right, off the top here, before we get into this, I'd like to say if you are feeling cyberbullied, use the Ubi rule, which
Yes.
is unfollow, unfriend,
Okay.
block, and ignore. Again, unfollow, unfriend, block, and ignore. Empower yourself to do that, guys. And don't go looking to see if they're talking about you because they are. Do not talk about these people on a public forum. Get your
Right.
support from your friends so they can remind you that you're a cool motherfucker
special.
and that you are loved. And then talk privately about your feelings because if you talk on a public forum about these people that are just being assholes, you're only giving them more attention, which is what they want.
That's
so
all they
stop
want.
it. Hashtag stop
Cyberbullying.
cyberbullying. If there's no audience,
yeah.
there's no show.
show.
Bang, 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 bang. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Whatever Lola
It's time to talk about grief.
Lola gets. It's so true. Little Lola got everything she wanted.
That song's been playing everywhere all the
For
time.
the last 4 months, that's all that's been on with that. Those ice cream commercials and this song. I'm
I
like
get sad
crying.
every time.
Right, okay,
every
so this
time.
is grief part 2. This is when you lose fur babies.
Okay.
So guys, so we'll try to like summarize.
Keep it late, but also meaningful.
Like a year and a half ago, most of you know this music fan. She was diagnosed with some shit. She started having seizures. So for the last year or whatever.
At first, like, I thought
I
she
don't
was
want to
having-
get into like how many.
Okay.
She started having seizures.
Yeah.
And finally got her on the right like mix of like cocktail of meds, and it was working really well. And you know, her spirit never died. That's why it was hard to believe that she was sick. But then when she would get sick,
Yeah.
she was off.
Sure.
She wasn't able to like kind of jump and do those things anymore. She didn't have seizures for like 3 months or something, 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, a long
and
time.
then she died.
It was a very sudden turn for her.
Because her
A day or
life
two.
force is so strong and beautiful that she just went until the end. She just went until her body literally just stopped. And
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
She wasn't well for like a day, and then the night it was like panting and like time to go to the hospital. And we have great doctors and a good hospital that was waiting by. So she got, she was set,
Right,
they were like ready. Lola's coming in.
That was the best shot she had.
Right, and they
sure,
kept her
for sure.
comfortable, and then she died the next day.
The office still misses her. I mean, it's
The world misses Lola. There she is, but she has been immortalized,
Right.
and she is forever Lola, the zombie pug fairy on planet Tolemac.
Boom! There it is.
Live fast, die young.
Yeah.
We got robbed years. So last podcast, we said that it was Shakespeare's last podcast because they did it together always. It was the first podcast back where it was just Shakespeare. And that's not what it was about. It
Right.
was about the two of them. So we retired him, and because he was going downhill too. Now, when we put the podcast out, did I know that like a week later he was going to be dead, or a week and a half later? No. Yes, guys, I lost Shakespeare then, 15 and a half years old, and he was in good shape for what he was. He had his cough and, his body was slowing down, but like he was the Terminator, right, guys? He was like going.
You go in, you come back from the vape, like he's still
But
here,
listen,
still doing
the
it.
bottom line is he died of a broken heart. He never got over Lola's death.
I can say that 100%.
His spirit
seeing
broke,
that.
and once his spirit broke, his body broke down.
Yeah.
Then he he had trouble going to the bathroom. I'd like hold him when he would go to the bathroom. I mean, this guy was like going down. I lost Lola in January,
Right.
and then Shakespeare in April. So like 3 months, I lost my babies, and so I had been mourning, and I was off social media for quite a while.
After about 2
And
months,
then
you
bam,
really-
Shakespeare. I was like, fuck, are you
It's like,
kidding
here we
me?
go
But
again.
I'll tell you, the only good thing about that is
What?
that he doesn't have to be alive without Lola. That's how much they loved each other. Freaking frack.
Yeah.
They got their ashes. I mixed them two together. I was like, fuck it. You guys are literally together forever.
And I remember you coming in the next day from that, and you felt a certain lift, a certain closure from actually getting them together in the same urn.
Yeah.
You had finished what you started for them and what you had promised them.
Once that happened, it was like, I can't do anything more for them.
Right.
And that was a really sad, kind of empty realization.
Right.
It's like going to the cemetery. That's what that
Sure.
was like. It was like
Yeah.
when you walk away, that person isn't paying rent and going on, and how's his life? He's fucking dead.
A friend has just been killed in a fight for sunlight accident.
You're being very cool and very
Dude.
open and very transparent about this. You can
I'm the
stuff it
real
down.
deal. I'm the real deal. I am being so authentic, it hurts.
You can stuff it down. I'm strong. I'm going to power through. I'm
You're not
even
going to
thinking
power
about
through
that.
shit,
No.
guys. So basically, I've been
It's gonna cause
crying for
problems
like
forever.
4 months. I mean, oh my God. I mean, I've gotten really, really good at it. Thank you, everybody online that reached out. I really did appreciate it. I did
Sure.
need the love and light. And thank you for my Planet Tolemac family who sent me cards and just everything. And it all made a difference.
Right.
I was grieving, not just for myself, I was grieving for Shakespeare because I watched him look at me, look at where she would lay, and look at me like, where the fuck is Lola?
where's
And
my
I'm looking
buddy?
at him like, oh my God, I know.
I mean, that was his constant, daily, 24/7
Yeah.
buddy for 13 years.
They're together at the Rainbow Bridge. And I have to believe in the Rainbow Bridge. Oh my God. And I'm like, Dad, could you please grab Lola? Could you please grab Lola? And then it was like, Dad, could you please grab Shakespeare? Can you grab both those fuckers for me and take care of them? Shakespeare is the foundation of my adult life. Because when you grow up with pets, you're not in charge of them. Your parents are.
You don't realize.
You don't realize when
Yeah.
they get old and fucked up and they need all this care. You just see them, but like your parents are doing all the work.
Right.
So Shakespeare was my first pet as an
Full
adult.
life.
Right. Grieving is exceptionally hard. You must do it.
I saw it.
You can't push it down.
Just bury it down inside.
Bury it deep down in there and never bring it up again.
It's painful, and I love you.
It doesn't work, guys.
From Talladega Nights.
Ricky Bobby. Please do enjoy the music from Superbad. Are you man enough to feel grief? Embrace grief. You can't
Tell us about
escape it. You can't run from it.
The hurting's on me, yeah.
Talk about the hurt.
You gave a promise to me, yeah. And you
That's from our theme today, Superbad.
Where was I?
About grief.
Yeah.
Grief and pain.
You gotta go through it. There's no shortcuts. There were times I was in the shower, doubled over, just wailing. My neighbors probably think somebody's getting murdered over here. But at some point, at first, you don't want to accept it.
I remember you telling me that it's okay to not accept that they're gone.
Right.
I didn't think it's an option. Like I thought that's not going.
You're in
through
shock,
the grief.
and then you feel irrational, like, no, I don't want to accept it.
Right.
And the feeling of like, oh, I have to accept it, but I can't, panics you. It's like, no, it's way too soon in the grieving process. You have to be like, this isn't happening.
Right.
This is not, she's supposed to be
I
here.
don't accept
Shakespeare's
it.
supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Exactly, right. But
Right.
after time, you accept it more. I'm at the stage now, the very sad, depressing stage where I realize that life is over. My life with them is over. I need to move forward.
Yeah.
In the next chapter in my life without my babies. How's
Fuck,
that possible?
it's
Exactly.
not.
So I'm sharing all of this with you guys. It's a process. It's really important when you're grieving to have a good support system, family, friends. You can't do it without a support system. And if you don't have anybody out there, contact me. When you're in the darkness, it's impossible to think that you will feel happiness again.
Right.
And though I'm still grieving and in pain, I have had some happiness in my life. As some of you may know, some of you don't know, I have adopted a senior pug from Curly Tail Pug Rescue. Boom!
And what did you name him?
I named him Lord Baxter.
Oh, Baxter, you are my little gentleman. I'll take you to foggy London town because you are one my little gentleman.
Rob Burgundy stopped by. How could I not name him
Lord
Baxter?
Hashtag Lord Baxter rules.
That's right. He is so amazing, guys. He is so sweet. He's about 8 years old. He was surrendered by somebody.
Yeah.
He came in really fucked up. They used him for breeding.
Yes.
He had a medical condition.
They actually had to take out a little piece of his colon because
Yeah.
it had a growth on there,
Yeah.
and he got fixed at the same time. So
Yeah, and some
he's had
dental work, right? So
Yeah.
Curly Tail Pug Rescue is the best
They
to
did
do
that.
all of that, right?
They got him together. They got him stabilized, and they
into a foster home, which
Right.
they take care of them and they get to know their personalities, and then they find a wonderful forever home. And guess what? I'm his forever home. He's so amazing, and somebody just threw him away. One man's garbage is another man's treasure. I've had him for about a month, and he's decompressing more and more. I'm seeing more and more of his personality. He's so affectionate, but he's a little scared. He's afraid of loud noises, so that's why he's not at the podcast. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, he's coming around more and more, and I talk out loud in my apartment. I'm like, Shakespeare Lola, I expect you to take care of Baxter and let him know that he is home, that he is safe, that his travels are over. Because this guy had a different life than Lola and Shakespeare, man. He's seen the world. He's been on the streets, man. He's had a tough life so far, and the best is yet to come. So I tell Shakespeare and Lola, I expect you to take care of your little brother here and let him know that he is protected. I have such a mixed feeling of like pain and grief and love, but yet guilt when I feel happy with him, like I'm betraying Lola and Shakespeare. So I'm putting all of this into the music. Grief Part 2. I hope you've enjoyed my pain and suffering and love, and I'm just putting it out there. And it's not the absence of emotion, guys. It's experiencing it. You got to feel it to heal it. That's my story.
Thanks for keeping it real, D, and sharing everything that you're going through here on the podcast with us, your sorrow, your grief, and your joy with New Baxter.
Bang, bang.
This is Welcome back again.
Timber! What?
That was just for you, D.
Timber! Say what?
I knew if I could get you again.
Come on! Timber!
This is a beautiful way to get in. Beautiful way to get in, D.
Why?
All right, D. What's the second rule of Glam Dream Pop? Interns.
Glitter! Kill the radio star.
Timber!
Heard you on the
The fan friends voted. They wanted G to do Video Killer Radio Star in Grand Dream Pop style. She did it. You can download it at DominicoArtist.com.
I've got a lot of shout-outs, so let's get this started. My
roll.
Planet Tolemac family. Thank you for the birthday cards and the Shakespeare cards. I really appreciate it. Melody, Tara Shea, thank you for the prayer shawl. Jen, Don, Tara Cherie, Trevor, Bethany, thanks for making the card. Rob Reaper, Callie, I really appreciate it, guys. And fellow Tomacians, Bethany
at Beganan,
our singer-writer, just lost her 7-year-old fur baby cat,
Yeah.
Bella, so please send her some love and light.
Yes.
What's up, GAC family? Chris Cunningham.
At Photo Chris. He works at ABC2 News in Baltimore, and his bio reads, cameraman, the legend of Chris Cunningham.
He's a very cool guy.
Yeah.
He's into animal rescue. He's a fellow GAC family member.
Right on.
He went to Eastern State Penitentiary and recently Sloss Furnace, guys,
Right
so
on.
you might want to follow him. Lulu G.
At LUPGM5.
Fellow GAC family member, she just went to Zach's Demon House! Boom! I can't wait for that documentary. Demons! Peter Cross.
At Chrono Yellow 27.
He made hashtag Lord Baxter Rules. Eric Barnes.
At Meadow Rain 12.
We have a lot of fun. We like docs and horror movies, and he's good at retweeting, man, even if there isn't an RT on it, but especially if
That's
there's
your
an RT
cue.
on it.
That's
And
your
Bethany, you've been doing really good with the retweets.
Yeah, right
Thank
on,
you.
right on.
CurlyTailPugRescue.org.
Yeah, at Curlytail Rescue.
That is where I adopted my 8-year-old senior pug, Lord Baxter.
We are ELE Media, New York City.
Yeah.
And we are an independent media company. We have one priceless recording artist, and that's Domenico.
Is that me?
Right there.
That's me.
He creates music, podcasts, graphics, and spreads empathy, understanding, and love.
That's true.
And light.
That's true, baby.
Everywhere.
And stop bullying, damn it. Everything online is Domenico Artist.
YouTube.
Facebook.
Twitter.
Instagram. You can see my picture of Lowland Shakespeare's joint pet urn. It's beautiful, baby.
Domenico's Awesome Finds.
SoundCloud.
iTunes.
Stitcher.
Pinterest.
Kind of.
And the home base of everything, DominicoArtist.com.
Where all your wildest dreams will come true. But
So
WT,
sexy.
tell me, how do you support an independent artist these days when the major record company labels are ruling the industry? How can we catch a break?
I'm glad you asked me that. We use the buddy system here.
You need somebody watching your back at all times.
So share the music, share the podcast with at least one friend and ask them to do the same.
Interns,
the buddy system. And if there's an RT on it,
Interns,
retweet it. The currency is retweets, shares, and downloads. Post, like, pin, subscribe to
Domenico's YouTube channel.
Hey, and you can watch the Halloween specials where we go to Amityville and Lorraine Warren's Occult Museum and met Annabelle and Big Step. Just watch me lose my shit. Subscribe!
If you want to be part of Dee's VIP newsletter, then go to DominicoArtist.com and drop us your email.
Yes, you will be the first to know when Dee's Peace Pack first limited edition comes out with "If you're not for peace, then you're a stupid dick! Stupid dick! Stupid dick! Peace mug! Along with some of my favorite incense and 2 peace, love, empathy buttons.
Right on.
Keep one for yourself and give it to a friend.
8 pound, 6 ounce, newborn infant Jesus.
Newborn infant.
Don't even know a word yet. Just a little infant, so cuddly, but still omnipotent.
I want to be formal, but I'm here to party too. 'Cause I like to party. I like my Jesus to party.
What?
Excuse me, darling. I'm Reese Bobby. I'm here for career day.
Dee, why did Ricky Bobby stop by, Dee?
Because this is chapter 4. Here's
some
some more.
more.
And any Will Ferrell character can stop by any time. That was Ricky Bobby at Talladega Nights, which we honored in podcast episode 22.
Back in chapter
How
3.
about you?
Toot!
Oh, there's the Inception train telling us that we better get ready to feel that kick to get kicked off of Planet Tolemac.
Right.
But first, let's drink! Drink for all my friends! Welcome to the Chasing Dominico drinking game! Timer! What was the drink count for the last podcast, episode 43, where we honored Happy
Happy
Gilmore and
Gilmore.
revisited Ghost Adventures Bill Witch Game? Ta-da! Ta-da!
It was 61 drinks.
All right, that's way too much. I'm knocking off one of my rules that are the shots. Okay,
Right.
so I'm getting rid of the gangster rule. You guys aren't gangster enough to do it, and I have to be responsible. Okay, so
little interns.
everything's one drink. Interns made up the rule. Go.
When you ever hear a quote from our movie theme of the show, which is today is Superbad,
yes,
you hear Domenico say the word fuck. You hear us say evolution, revolution, and free your mind.
Every fuck is a drink.
Right. Even the double, it's 2. You hear us say mystery clip. When you hear us transport the Tolemac, which sounds like
drink.
Every time Domenico says bang or bang bang, it's a stack 'em up.
That's right.
And every time Domenico snorts, it's 1 drink.
The golden rule, you cannot say drink, or drunk, or you must drink something terrible. The Planet Tolemac rule. You must play as your party alter ego. So if you're playing as...
So chugs a lot.
And I call you WT, I gotta take a
Drink.
shot of something nasty.
Right.
And if you do want to play the Ghost Adventures drinking game, get the drink
is great.
rules at drinkywiki.com.
Yeah.
Have a good time, guys, but be responsible and call the car services. Why? Because you ain't gonna make it.
Nice.
I have so much anger. I feel like I've been raped.
Come on.
In the face.
That's a mystery clip. All right, man, that's it. We gotta honor that movie.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Ask me a question.
What movie are we going to honor for the next podcast?
Okay,
Dee?
the next podcast, episode 45, we are going to
45.
honor, I know, say it with me, role model.
You know what I used to eat for breakfast? Cocaine. You know what I used to eat for lunch? Cocaine.
What'd you have for dinner? Was it cocaine? What the fuck is sturdy wings?
What the fuck is sturdy wings?
Sturdy wings.
Sturdy wings. So you have until the next podcast, which is Friday, July 31st, the full moon, to brush up on your role model quotes and or watch the comedy
Watch it.
movie
It's a
Role
great
Model
movie.
with Paul Rudd, Sean William Scott, and McLovin. Thank me later.
I am McLovin.
The podcast is posted at 7 p.m. on the full moon on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and DominicoArtist.com. And hey, podcast listeners, if there's an RT on it,
interns,
retweet it. Damn it! How expensive is a retweet? Damn it! Buddy system, guys.
The buddy system.
That's Jack Ferry, our tour guide on Planet Tolemac, saying it's time to depart from Planet Tolemac, the after party.
Through Wonderland.
Back to Earth, because the after party is at DominicoArtist.com, so bookmark it!
I told you that she thinks I'm a good guy?
No. She said something more like, I will fully blow him tonight.
What? These eyes. Oh, crying. These eyes have seen a lot.
That's from our theme today, Superbad. We honor a movie, we honor the soundtrack.
I so flirt with you in math.
Tell me about it. I same these. Those are too tight. Those are way too tight.
Yeah, but like
Way too tight.
More pants.
yeah,
There's
but
not enough pants for
I wish there were more pants.
chicks can kind of see like, the borders and outline of my dick.
Yeah, man. They go nuts for that male camel toe.
Yeah, the camel tail. It's right.
I know where it is, where it happens.
Like, right
Dee's
there.
Dean know where it is, man.
It's like they're so tight that one ball is like above my dick.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like 3. It's like a 3 thing. It's like ball, dick, ball.
It's like a division sign. You got like 2 dozen hand jobs.
Yes, a 3/4 of a blowjob, and who's counting, Evan?
What the fuck is that?
And how old are you, McLovin?
Old enough.
Old enough for what?
It's for a party. Yeah, I'm sure about the booze. Yeah, man, we're gonna get our drinks on. We're gonna party and get drunk and rock out.
Please don't shoot, sir. Please don't shoot. Shut up. Spread your shit. McLovin in the fucking house.
Okay, so we have an African Jew wearing a hoodie.
That's not what I said. Is that what you heard me say? You look just like him.
Jewish.
Just like him.
Odd crime for a Jew to have. Pretty docile.
If the man had ejaculated and then punched you in the face, we'd have a real good shot at catching him.
No semen.
Just punch in the face, no semen.
Yeah, no semen.
Story of my life.
Hold him, Jimmy's brother. Hold him. That's fantastic.
Enjoy your remaining years.
I will. Enjoy fucking Jules.
I will.
McLovin in the fucking house. McLovin in the fucking house.
is. What's up, guys?
Of the Chasing Dominico podcast.
You stay classy, planet Earth.
And thanks for stopping by.
But mostly...
Stop being a pussy for once, and we can fucking fuck some girls already.
Fuck, I lost my place. Don't just have a great night.
Interns,
have an American
It's not the going with the ladies I care about. It's the coming.